Hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Cranberry Scoop TV. Can you believe it's already March? I can't. Time seems like it's flying. A special thank you to everybody who joined us at our health fair. It was a success. I hope that everybody had a great time. And I wanted to say a special thank you to all of our community partners, because none of that would have been possible without them and their time that they donated, and it really was just a great day. So I'm hoping that one day in the future we will be able to do that again. I would love to hear all your feedback, so just be sure to share that with me. And if you didn't get to attend, stay tuned, because we will have some of the pictures so that you can see just like you were there. So as time is passing, that just means we are getting closer to this center being completed. It seems like it's been under construction for a while, but we are almost there. So thank you again for bearing with us and dealing with us through this transition time. I know that we've had to, move some groups, and we're doing our best, and I do really appreciate, the entire staff appreciates everybody being so flexible and understanding. But we are hoping by the fall that the grand opening will be happening and we'll be starting a new chapter. I also wanted to take some time out to acknowledge one of our instructors, Joe Giardino, who will be retiring. He's very well liked and loved at the center, and we just wanted to make sure that we recognized him for all he's done, and we wish him well in retirement. I think he's going to Italy, so good for him. We'll miss him, and it will be hard to replace him, but thank you, Joe, for all that you've done. So if you see Joe in the center, make sure you give him your best wishes. As always, moving forward, we have a lot going on with transportation. Dan is the man. He does a lot. We have our weekly trips to Stop and Shop and Shaw's. We do have some trips to Market Basket, so make sure you tune in, look in the scoop for that, and call and sign up if you're interested. And we do have one trip to Canalside Dining on April 13th. So if you're interested, do give the center a call, because that is a great trip. I know that they usually include a lunch and a dessert and a soda, and it's a really beautiful location. Everybody always has great reviews, so we would love to have you if you're interested in that. The center is also having some other exciting events at the coming up. Meet Your Town Leader with Chief Brady will be on March 14th. That's exciting. Kind of see what's happening in town with the police, and he's a great guy, very personable. That will be a really nice event to attend. We're also having the Dennis Yarmouth Spanish Honor Society. We're going to be doing some work with them. I think that will be another great event, as well as some lunch and learns, a live trip to Italy and Amsterdam. So that will be another event to check out. Also be sure that you guys are staying up to date on the Vets and Friends. They've been having great events. I don't know if you guys got to see the interview I did with Charlie Jones, who talked a little bit about the program, but they've been having great turnout each month with breakfast or lunch, and everybody's been really enjoying themselves. So make sure that if you haven't been, that you think about going to the next one. They do definitely have a good time. Moving forward, the Friends will sponsor a Red Cross blood drive April 1st, 9 a.m. to 1:30 at the Church of the Nazarene in South Dennis. So that will be definitely something to check out, always a good cause. The Friends will also be delivering bouquets of daffodils to seniors who receive Meals on Wheels. So that's another great thing the Friends are doing, and we wanted to make sure that we acknowledged them. Decal is continuing to launch Pearls. So if you didn't know what Pearls was, it's the program to encourage active and rewarding lives. So that is a program where you meet with a coach and you learn how to better manage your life or find solutions to problems that you may be having. So it's a one-on-one with a coach. You could either come to the center or they come to your house, and you meet once a week and then eventually once every couple weeks. And you kind of just talk about why you might be feeling down or, isolated. And it's a really great program that's going to be offered. And there's no cost to it. So if you are thinking you might be interested or you might have more questions, definitely feel free to call the center. And Pearls will be hosting a lunch at some point. The date will be announced, so stay tuned for that. As always, we are trying to stay active at the center, so please stop by for a tour of our Evergreen Fitness Center. We do have the Matrix equipment on our lower level, and if you join the center, you will be offered an orientation with a VNA, and then you will be on your way to working out downstairs, which is great. It's a nice little room down there, and the people who join are pretty happy. Also, we have ballroom basics, line dancing, Zumba, and yoga that are very popular. So stay tuned and come in for those. I know there will be some workshops coming up, and make sure you check those out. The weather's getting nicer. Be a nice way to stay active and meet some people and meet the great instructors. So we also have some new programs going on at the center. Mindfulness Theater will be going on, and we will actually be joined by the founder of the program, Pete Cormier, who will be stepping onto the set very soon.
For over 50 years, Elder Services of Cape Cod and the Islands has been finding creative solutions to ensure we can all thrive as we age. We are your connection to the resources you need to stay safe, healthy, and independent.
Cape Cod and the Islands can be a great place to grow older. Every town in our area has a robust and vibrant council on aging. And then there is us, Elder Services. We are the regional access point for federal and state-sponsored programs designed to support us while we age.
Our agency coordinates home-delivered meals, manages home health care and personal services, supports family caregivers, offers meaningful volunteer opportunities, investigates allegations of abuse and neglect, and so much more. Please visit our website to learn more before you need us, or call us if you need services now.
Okay, everybody, today we are joined with a very special guest, Pete Cormier. Welcome, Pete.
Thanks, Kelly. Nice to be here.
Thank you for coming. So, today you're going to talk to us a little bit about mindfulness.
Yes.
So, could you tell us a little bit about what mindfulness is?
Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose in the present moment without judgment.
Okay.
So I know that's kind of a textbook definition.
Right.
But really what mindfulness is being aware of everything you're doing and not going through your day on autopilot.
Okay. So if somebody's listening and thinking, okay, so what does that mean for me? So, you just...
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I think an easy example is when I'm washing the dishes.
Yep.
And a mindful approach to that would be to try not to do any problem solving or planning or expectations about your day as you're washing the dishes. You just totally immerse yourself into that process.
Into washing the dishes.
Into washing the dishes, and then you go on to the next thing. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you just completely immerse yourself into that so that your mind is not running ahead or thinking of what you might say in response. You're more engaging every moment.
Right. I think I'm somebody who would totally benefit from this because I tend to overthink, and I'm constantly in my head thinking of the next thing I have to do, the next task, my mind is constantly running of what I have to do. Okay, I'm finishing doing the dishes, but now I'm gonna do this, and this, or I'm solving something in my head while I'm actually doing the dishes. So it's almost like I'm constantly on go mode.
Yes, and we're all like that.
Yes.
Matter of fact, those of us who are juggling a lot of things in our
Yes.
lives are very effective project managers, if you will. We're used to that. Our
Right.
minds are used to being very busy. So it is a shift to a more engaged practice.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone might be thinking, okay, so if I want to be a little more mindful, what are the benefits of, engaging in such practices?
Oh, well, there's some great benefits.
Yeah.
There's some health benefits, actually. So a lot of research studies. A mindful practice can lower your blood pressure,
Yeah.
can lower your heart rate, can help you sleep better, and generally it can give you a better quality of life.
Oh, absolutely, because
Yeah.
you're not constantly thinking and
And getting lost in your
Right.
thoughts. It's in meditation is a little different than mindfulness.
Right.
But meditation, even for 5 minutes a day, can help you become more mindful in your
So,
practice.
Pete, where did you get started with all this, or what?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Thanks for that question. So I started probably back around 2000. I was taking yoga, and there's a meditation component in yoga.
Uh-huh.
And then I took some training. I took a week-long training at John Kabat-Zinn's UMass Memorial Mindfulness Center. And that kind of fueled my interest. So I've taken some more training, and I started practicing as a meditation guide about
Okay.
5 years ago. So I offer like 30-minute meditation
Okay.
sessions once or twice a week, and I ended up eventually creating the Awareness Project, which is a nonprofit to support this.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the Awareness Project? Because
Okay.
that's what I'm very excited to talk to you about.
Okay, so the Awareness Project is a nonprofit organization. We're very small. We're grant funded. We have no paid staff. And some of our funders are the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod, the Cape Cod Foundation, as well as the Mass Cultural Council. And our mission is to promote mindfulness through art.
Okay.
And we do that through our mindfulness theater program.
Okay.
And that's a lot of fun. And this program is a series of short plays, like 10 minutes long, or puppet shows that dramatize a mindful practice, like a mindful interaction between people, or an unmindful interaction.
So with the goal of you're watching the play or the puppet show with just watching and just
Yes, so
enjoying.
So we're trying to blend entertainment and education together.
Right.
Rather than host meditation sessions, which I've done and which I continue to do, mindfulness theater is, I think, more entertaining for an audience.
Yeah.
And so, and we're also focused on older adults in some of our work. So
Okay. Which is perfect.
yeah, and I think we can all benefit through mindfulness.
Absolutely.
But I feel called to bring this to some of our older citizens through councils on aging,
Yeah.
or free programs at libraries.
Yeah.
And we've even started going into assisted living facilities
Okay.
and memory care units with these programs.
That's awesome. And so you go into the facilities and you are hosting the play or the puppet
Yes.
shows, and that must bring them so much happiness.
Well, it's kind of fun, and I think our typical program, Kelly, involves a few components,
Yeah.
like a little Q&A in the beginning
Okay.
to see who may have heard about meditation and mindfulness or practiced it.
Right? What is it? Or
And there's many people today have a background, have done a course, not a course, but gone to a session, and then we put on a little play, and then frankly the best part is kind of the talk back after, which I like to do after a meditation also. And we do a short mini meditation in these meetings, like like maybe a 10-minute meditation, just to kind of bring people into what that might feel
Yeah.
like.
And so do you notice that after people are, how are they people feeling?
Well, you know, it does run the whole gamut.
Yeah.
I think some people want to open up. I think what's important is creating a safe space.
Yep.
And we like to point out that you don't have to talk, you don't have to volunteer if you don't feel like it.
Yeah, you can just be there.
You can just be there
Right.
and witness it. And meditation can bring up some memories, it can bring up questions about your health, it can bring up any number of things.
There's
Yeah.
so many benefits.
Yeah.
And you have some dates coming up at the center.
We do, yeah. We're very excited. We're actually bringing a mindfulness puppet show on
Ooh.
Wednesday, March 15th, and I think that's at 10:30.
Yep.
This is at the Dennis Council on Aging. And I think this one is specifically for early Alzheimer's. They have a day program.
Yes, our program downstairs, I think this is going to be great.
Yeah, so we're going to kick off our programming with that, and then 2 weeks later,
On the 29th.
29th, we come in with mindfulness theater. So this will
Okay.
be at least 2 short plays that we'll present, and maybe a puppet show as well. And this is to the general population of,
Yep.
you know, residents that come to your programs.
Awesome. So you've been talking a little bit about this puppet show.
Oh, yeah.
So I've heard a little bit about somebody named Simon. So I kind of want my guests to meet Simon.
Okay, well, I'm glad you brought up. Yes, I'd like to introduce Simon to you. Just give me a second here. So Simon, so one of our collaborators, this is Simon, by the way.
Hi, Simon.
Hi, Kelly.
Nice to see you.
That's very nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Simon.
Hello. So let me just, so Simon is very recently created by a collaborator. Her name is Mary Rice from the Happy Cabbage Puppet Theater. And she and I, yes, that's right. She's really nice. I know she's such a talented artist. And,
Simon, yeah,
yes.
look at those eyes, Simon.
Yeah, he's got some bright green eyes.
Yeah.
So Simon and I are working on some mindful monologues. Simon may become the mindful puppet. Really, Pete? Yep. You have learned a lot in a short time. I know. Life, it's, we've been working on some scripts.
Yeah.
And I think Simon could help through dialogue, kind of explain how one can use mindfulness in their life to become more engaged. Right,
Yes,
Simon?
Simon.
Yes. So, Kelly, it's so nice to meet
Very
you.
nice to meet you again. Can you shake my hand again?
Sure.
So talented, Simon.
Thank you. I'm only really a one-handed puppet at this point.
Well,
because,
two-handed soon.
Pete over here is just learning how to make me move.
Yes.
And we have to be patient with him.
Well, I think our guests are going to love Simon. I'm taking a liking to Simon because he looks so real.
Thank you very much. And I want to show you my sneakers.
Look at those.
Yeah, I'm very proud of these. Mary did a nice job making these. Yes. Thanks, Pete. Just move that on away. Okay.
Yes, wow. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Simon.
Nice
I
to meet
can't
you.
wait to work with you in the future.
Thank you. Likewise.
Well, I think Simon's great.
Yeah. No, this should be fun. I think we're trying to take the mystery out of mindfulness. There's some
Yeah.
great health benefits, and I think plays help us do that. There's
Yeah.
some humor in our plays. I think Simon and the other puppets we have, it can be fun to illustrate some of these benefits of
Oh,
mindfulness.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Simon knows we're talking about him.
Yes. I know. I'm kind of he's at a loss. I'm at a loss for words, Kelly. I'm not used to the bright lights and the stage.
I
and
know,
the
he's on
sound.
Broadway.
Nor is Pete. He's not used to all this either, so you got to cut him a little slack.
He's making his Broadway debut.
Yes, it's very nice to meet you all.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming, Simon, and we can't wait to see you in a few weeks at the center.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Bye, Simon.
Bye, Kelly. Bye, everyone.
Wow, Simon's amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's good. I think he's just wonderful. So I can't wait to have him at the center, and I can't wait to have you. I think this is going to be a great program moving forward, and it's definitely something different than we've done, and I like that.
Okay.
And I really like the idea of mindfulness, especially just even for someone like me. I never even thought to just turn your mind off sometimes, and the benefits it could have just in everyday life. It is okay to take a break sometimes and just be off.
I think that's a great point you just made, Kelly. And I'm glad you did. It's
you can just wash the dishes. You don't have to be constantly thinking about the grocery store or what the doctor's appointments or everybody needs to just,
Yes, take a little bit of time to
Yeah.
just settle in and enjoy whatever experience that's coming up for you.
Yeah. So speaking of experiences coming up, what is the future for the organization?
Okay, so the Awareness Project, we are really interested in bringing mindfulness programming like mindful theater, puppet shows, as well as even meditation in a small sense, where we're interested in bringing that to any organization that is interested in it. Many of our programs are free of charge because we are grant funded by the Cape Cod Foundation and the Arts Foundation of Cape Cod and the Mass Cultural Council. So if there's any organizations out there, community centers, libraries, councils on aging, and even assisted living centers or nursing facilities, we would love to bring our programming to you. We can do it in small pieces, a 1-hour session, a little bit longer if we need to.
Absolutely. And now how do people get a hold of you? We can link your information or?
Yeah, so we have, our website is theawareness.org. You can contact me there.
Right.
My email is pete@theawareness.org. And my phone number is 978-855-8160.
And we're working on getting a phone number for Simon. We haven't added him to the phone plan just yet.
No, but you're giving me an idea that Simon's going to start showing up on our website just to, present himself to people.
Absolutely.
So we need to do that.
Well, I really had a pleasure meeting you and Simon and learning so much more about this project. I think it's a wonderful idea.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me here today.
Of course. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone knows, in an emergency, you call 911. And do you remember calling 411 for information? But what do you know about 211? If you need help feeding your family and don't know where to turn, you should call 211. If you're a veteran looking for specialized services in your area, you should call 211. If you're unemployed or underemployed and don't know how to find the best opportunities for you, you should call 211. 211 is a free and confidential service that helps people across North America find the local resources that they need. No matter the time or day you find yourself needing help, a trained professional is ready to connect you to the community services around your area. Call 211 or visit 211.org and let us help find you the resources that are right for you. And if you represent a local nonprofit, civic organization, support or advocacy group, or other service agency, you should know if you are signed up with this important and free service. Registering with 211 helps locals connect with your health and human services organization. Whether you help victims of domestic abuse or provide housing assistance, work in addiction services, or run a support group, make sure that your organization is partnering with 211. Contact mass211.org for more information.
Welcome back. I hope everybody enjoyed our interview with Pete and Simon. I certainly did, and I learned a little bit about mindfulness. Moving forward, we are also trying to combat social isolation and loneliness at the center. So we are also launching an exciting new program called Seniors Connect. So we will be joined with Avis, who will be helping launch that program for us. So I wanted you to meet Avis and learn more about Seniors Connect.
For over 50 years, Elder Services of Cape Cod and the Islands has been finding creative solutions to ensure we can all thrive as we age. We are your connection to the resources you need to stay safe, healthy, and independent.
Cape Cod and the Islands can be a great place to grow older. Every town in our area has a robust and vibrant council on aging. And then there is us, Elder Services. We are the regional access point for federal and state-sponsored programs designed to support us while we age.
Our agency coordinates home-delivered meals, manages home health care and personal services, supports family caregivers, offers meaningful volunteer opportunities, investigates allegations of abuse and neglect, and so much more. Please visit our website to learn more before you need us, or call us if you need services now.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We are joined with the wonderful Avis. Thank you for joining us, Avis.
Oh, you're welcome.
So for those of you who didn't know, Avis actually used to work at the center. She was a very popular lady who ran our GAP program. She was there for many years, and she was known for her crafts and her wonderful projects and everything that you did.
Keep going.
Yes, she's like, keep giving me the compliments. Yes,
Yeah, right.
Yes, you were wonderful there. So when Avis decided that she was going to create a new program, we were more than excited because, couldn't wait to have her back. So she has decided to launch a new program called Seniors Connect. So tell us a little bit about what Seniors Connect is.
Seniors Connect, it's the focus of this, and the reason for it is to prevent isolation and loneliness. And because you wouldn't know, Kelly, because you're younger, but when you reach my stage of life, we're in a stage that we've never been in before. It's lonely, you feel worthless, you've lost your self-esteem, you don't know where you fit. You don't fit anymore. It's just so you're a lot of these people are home alone. Maybe their spouses have died, or their friends are gone. Maybe they're living with their children. Whatever, they're alone, and they could be living with their children, as I said, be in a full house and still be lonely.
Right.
So I'm trying to attack that. I'm trying to tell them that you're not alone.
Right. There's other people who are going through this, and what we were talking about a little before is even me living with my grandparents who I'm helping take care of, even from their perspective, the role changes a little bit. So now I'm the granddaughter, but I help do things for them. So I'm sure, everybody kind of goes through different changes, and just to know that, you're not alone, that other people are going through these things in their family, and
Well, that's the one thing certain in life is change, and each facet of our lives are different. And like you said, you're with your grandparents. You have to sit in our place for a moment. How do you think we like asking our 13-year-old grandchildren to help us with the telephone, the phone?
Right.
We feel stupid. We feel it's a whole different feeling, a whole different adjustment to make. And I'm trying to gather these people to get them out of their house, to come together in a nice, quiet, cozy place. The senior center has a nice room. We can get together. We can talk about things that perhaps they don't talk about with anybody because there's nobody to talk to, or who listens, or who has time. You're busy working. Do you really have time to sit down and talk lengthy conversations with your grandparents? Right. It's just everybody's going someplace. They're all busy, but we've stopped. We're at a stage in our life where been there, done that. But I look at it, there's so many more of us. You don't have to be alone. I want you to come together once a week. Find this place to come, to be able to talk about your feelings, talk about your likes, your dislikes, your family, whatever, what you did for work when you were working, the things that you want to do now, your dreams and aspirations, how you feel about things. I mean, be able to talk, be able to have an opinion.
Right.
And that opinion is never right or never wrong, because opinions aren't right or wrong, they're opinions. You have your opinion may be very different from the next person's.
Right.
But the point is, they're yours. And we want to listen, we want to hear, we want you to talk, we want you to feel comfortable, we want you to know we're like you in that same stage of life.
Right, you're not alone. Everybody's going through these changes.
Yes.
You know, it's just, well, let's talk about what's going on.
Let's talk about it.
You know?
The one thing we don't talk about is religion and politics. And the reason I don't do that, it doesn't matter if it slips out or something, but I don't like to dwell on that because it gets very heated for some people.
Right.
So we sort of bypass that and we talk about our lives. I want to make new friends.
Right.
We're making new friends here.
And I think there's so much other stuff that can be focused on besides
Oh,
religion and
yes.
politics. You don't
Oh,
even need
gosh,
to bring
yes.
that into it.
No.
You can, be talking about the cell phone. How come?
Oh, we do talk about that.
How come I can't get that cell phone to work?
How come your kids know it and we don't? And you know what I tell these people? The reason we can't, they show us how to do our phones, how to work our phones, but I tell them, don't feel badly. I listen and I understand it for one moment, and then 5 minutes later, I don't remember what they said. And the reason for that is, being our age, we are full of life experiences, all in our head. We have been through so many life experiences. There just isn't any room anymore for all this technical doodah.
Oh, no, and you're basically teaching yourself an entire
Yeah.
new language. I went through this. I was trying to teach my grandfather how to use his phone, and he would get it, he would understand, and then he would forget, and he would get so upset with himself. And I would say, you're being too hard on yourself.
Oh,
it's basically like you're teaching yourself a brand new language. You didn't grow up, you didn't know how to do a touch screen. I grew up with a phone, with a computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's second nature now. You got to give yourself some credit, and just from a different perspective, it just kind of sharing those stories. I think can make people leave with a smile on their face to
Definitely.
just know that there can be some humor in it. A little. It's not.
And they've all got the same stories. That's funny. We're all alike, but we're different.
Right, but we're all going through the same thing.
Going through the same thing. We're in that same stage of life, and the togetherness is wonderful because we're making new friends.
Yeah, so anybody's welcome to come.
Absolutely. I'd love to have you.
Okay, and it's on Thursdays.
Thursdays at 10 a.m. downstairs in the senior center. So far, it's downstairs.
Yes, we're hoping that it will stay down there. As always, we have the renovation going on, so it's constant, trying to balance. But I think you have a nice little home in the room downstairs, and that way people can park down there and just walk in the door,
right in,
walk right in, do your own thing down there. You guys got a little nice setup.
Yes, they don't have to go upstairs, and there's 2 bathrooms, male and female, in the room, which is wonderful.
Oh,
You don't have
yeah.
to go very far.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
a
need.
little apartment
it's
down
a little
there.
apartment. It's got couches.
Yeah.
It's very nice. It's a nice spot for this, and so far we've had some wonderful people, and I expect more this week. And it's just, I love seeing them and sharing stories and talking about whatever. There's never a dull moment.
Yeah, so Avis, you're hoping to grow the program. We're going to see where it goes. If people have more questions, they can call, they can ask for me. I can give you the message. I can try and give them the best answer possible. But if not, just come in on Thursdays at 10 o'clock.
Absolutely.
All right,
I'd just
Avis.
love to have you.
Yes, well, thank you very much for
You're
joining
welcome.
us.
Yeah, welcome.
I'm Annie Catalano, victim advocate with the Yarmouth Police Department. In 2020 alone, there were more than 100 incidents of abuse, fraud, or neglect reported by someone over the age of 60. I joined the Elder Abuse Coalition to let the local community know that I'm here to help connect you with support services and safety options.
Our wonderful Martha has been working very hard to schedule tax appointments. AARP will be on site to collect taxes for individuals through April 7th. Please call the center with any questions that you may have in regards to this, or if you'd like to make an appointment. State Rep Chris Flanagan will be at the center the fourth Friday of each month from 10 a.m. to noon to meet with the wonderful residents of Dennis and learn how to better serve the community or to hear any concerns or questions that you may have. So that's definitely going to be a great new addition that we're going to have at the center, and we're very excited to have Mr. Flanagan with us. And wanted to wish a special congratulations to Dennis, the first Cape Cod community to become designated as age and dementia friendly. So definitely a great award, and we are very excited. And as always, thank you very much for joining us, and make sure you pick up a copy of the Cranberry Scoop if you haven't, and make sure you come on into the center and see us and see what we have going on. If you have any questions, always feel free to call, and we look forward to seeing you.